we all look good as fuck. She said she my eye, but I don't know her. Had to look her up. I know that I'm rich, but I can help it, bitch. I'm good as fuck. I've been on these bitches' necks so long, sometimes I fucking stuck. I can put you in my business. You might wish me dead tomorrow. Bitches be on Tik today.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Samaya Marie, aka Maya, and today I am back with another video, guys. As you can see, today I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this look doing a traditional sew-in, guys, with minimal leave out. Let me repeat, minimal leave out. I also did layers on this look, and you guys, layers plus curls go hand in hand together. When I tell you, who you know. Let's not even waste no time getting into the video. Let's just go ahead and get started on this tutorial. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. That lets me know you like the content that I am putting out. That subscribe button, guys. You're not going to want to miss any of the new details and tutorials that I got coming out, guys. Do yourself a favor and join the community. Last but not least, be sure to hit that bell button. That way you can be notified for whenever I post another video. And yeah, I shall see you guys at the end. Okay, you guys, so this is the foundation of my sew-in. As you can see, those are the leave out, and then what I am filling on right now, the braids that are next to my leave out, is my perimeter braid. That is pretty much where I'm going to be sewing on my net and or my wig cap. So that's everything that's going to be covered under the tracks. Now, as you can see, I am going to be using some HD wig caps. Now, like I said, you could use a net so that you can have some extra protection on your hair. But I feel like the HD wig caps are giving me much more protection than a net would, because I don't have to worry about, you know, accidentally combing out my hair. And as you guys can see, these HD wig caps really came in clutch. Like, they're see-through enough, but they're protective enough to where I don't have to worry about sewing on the wrong area. So I'm going to start by sewing the wig cap on my perimeter braid, and I just made this pretty much one entire thread. And for this sew-in, I also used multiple sewing needles so that it's easier for me to just continue with the process. So I did about 5 of those, if that's something that might help you as well. And as you can see, I'm just taking my time and sewing it on completely, guys. You want to make sure it's nice and tight, but not too tight so where you're, you know, causing some type of tension. But you do want to make sure that, you know, that net or that ball cap is nice and secure on there, so that you can really make sure that everything is nice and protected, guys. After I sewed it on completely and made sure everything was tied off, I went ahead and cut off the excess. So we don't need anything that is in front of that perimeter. That would pretty much ruin the quality of the sew-in. So I made sure to be careful not to cut off too much, but just enough so that, you know, that excess is removed, and then we can go ahead and work on the sewing. So as you can see, it was pretty much easy. I didn't even have to cut the back, and as you can see, I kind of left the back alone. Now everything is nice and secure, guys, and protected. That is super duper important. Now, as you can see, I'm going ahead and I'm doing my you know, threading. Basically just making sure that I have all my needles on deck. I did about 5 the first time, and then I went ahead and did another 5, so it's pretty much like 10 needles in total. Now I am going to be sewing on my first track. So when I start sewing my first track, I make sure right there by the end that it goes through the weft, and then after I get it through the weft, everything else pretty much can go just around the weft. It doesn't have to go in there, you know, it doesn't have to be that secure. So basically, as you can see, I use like a hair clip to kind of hold it in place for me, because I noticed that when I don't, because I really just can't see behind my head, even if I have a mirror, like sometimes it's going to move. So to make sure that it's not moving while I'm trying to sew it on there, and I can just use both hands to focus on sewing, using that hair clip to secure it in place was a game changer, guys. And also along the way, pretty much by more like the front of my hair, you'll see later on in the video, I started to double weft. So right now I'm just making sure that I really sew the singular weft down completely, And I also get it really close to my perimeter braid, guys. So keep that in mind as well, that when you're doing your sew-in, you want to make sure you take it all the way to the perimeter. Because if you don't, you're going to have some gaps. And no one wants to have gaps in their sewing. So as you can see here, when I got close to the bang area, pretty much where, you know, the hair mainly falls in my face, I'm thinking about where the hair will fall exactly. So as you can see, I sewed it just so that, you know, it'll fall directly where I want it to fall. Also keep that in mind when you're doing your sew-ins. And as you can see right here, this is also where I started to do some double wefting, where I doubled up the track so that I can have a thicker and fuller look. So if you guys remembered at the beginning of the video, I said I glued on a track. So as you can see, I'm zooming in right there behind my leave out. You see that gap where all my real hair is? That is where I'm going to be gluing that track. But gluing it, guys, was a game changer. Gluing it right there made it easier so I can have a minimal leave out and I didn't have as much tension. After doing that, I went ahead and started working on my leave out. So as you can see, I put on some styling mousse. I also went in with my hot comb first, then put the styling mousse on, then blow dried it to really like settle it in, make sure it's dry. And then I went in with my flat iron, guys, and you all, it blended in so perfectly. And when I tell you, first of all, my hair is brown, so, and my tracks are black. My hair is black, or not my sew-in hair. My bundles are black. And it blended in so nicely. It was crazy. My hair has never blended in that seamlessly before. That's because of gluing on the track next to my leave out and also putting on that styling mousse. That was a game changer too. It made it much more shiny so it can blend in easier. And I just kept on flat ironing until I got it to how I wanted it to be, guys. And I also followed up with my hot comb just to really make sure I get those roots, because I did not want no frizzy, puffy roots, okay? I know that it's how my hair naturally looks, but, you know, for the first day when you do the style, you want it to look nice as possible. So I made sure to get all up under my bang, on top of my bang, and also carry it all the way through the hair. After I did that, I started to shape it up so I could go ahead and do my edges to kind of see how I would like it. And when I do my edges, you guys already know, I just flat iron them, add a little spritz. I also went in with my wax stick as well, or use some edge control. And I just shape them up to how I want them to be. And yeah, they just look nice, airy, and fluffy that way. That way they don't look, you know, like I say, stick to the forehead edges. I don't like those. And after I did that, I went ahead and combed it out so I can get into this layering, guys. As you can see, first of all, it already ate like that, but you know we need some layers. Went ahead in and I started cutting some layers, and I literally cannot teach you guys how to do layers for real. It's just kind of, you just cut. Like, it's really no trick to it. You just cut in a downward motion. That's literally it, right? Cut the hair. I went in and well, I did both sides, if that's something. Just so that we're all clear, I did do both sides. I did layer both sides. And make sure to take your time, guys. Like, make sure not to layer too much and be too scissor happy, because like I say, once that hair is gone, it is gone. So just be easy and just kind of, you know, just basically thin out the ends, basically, is what you're going to be doing. Just cutting in a downward motion, but also, you know, envisioning the layers. And then boom, I went in with my flat iron and I started curling it. And then after I curled the hair, I went ahead and used a like duck clip or like a hair clip to hold it in place. That way it could cool off in place and not burn myself in the process. And yeah, basically I just made sure that, you know, something was holding the curls up. That way they would have more definition and I guess volume. So you don't want your curls to fall before you can actually comb them out, right? So then even after I did my curls, I needed more layers. So I just went in and I did some more cutting. I cut it until I liked the outcome. And guys, make sure not to be too scissor happy, because, you know, once the hair's gone, it's gone. So you don't want to cut it too short to where you regret it and now it looks funny. So So just really take your time, keep combing, keep playing with it, keep messing with it, and eventually you will get it to how you want it to look, even if you have to recurl like I did. And as you can see, guys, look at those layers. She's giving glamorous. She's giving celebrity, guys. And I'm telling you the truth. Okay, you guys, so we have finally reached the end of the video. If you stayed to the end to a real one, thank you for that. I appreciate it. That pretty much is it, guys. I hope this tutorial helped you in some type of way or form, and I hope you do end up subscribing to the channel. And yeah, bye babes. Mwah.